nearly 800,000 people die by suicide in the world each year, which is roughly one death for every 40 seconds. Suicide is the second leading cause of death in the world for those aged 15 to 24 years old. It is important to understand the magnitude of this issue in order to spread awareness and find a solution. Suicide and depression impact the lives of millions of people in the United States every single year, and it's crucial that we spread more awareness on this topic in order to save more lives.
In the United States alone, 10.2 million people are diagnosed with clinical depression.
And the tragic part is, about 123 deaths occur every single day due to suicide in the United States alone. And this actually equates to 38,000 deaths every single year in the United States because of suicide.
On top of this, each suicide affects about 6 people, usually close friends or family members.
And depression in millennials is rising on an alarming rate. And this is usually due to social media and cyberbullying.
All people who commit suicide are experiencing severe depression. So the first question would be, has any kid at this school ever approached you about suicide or just wanted to have a talk about like feelings and all that stuff like that?
So at every school, there's always students who have concerns about their mental health, and having self-harm conversations is something that's really common at school. Right. So our school, like many others, students have approached with concerns for safety, self-harm, and suicide is one of the things that has been discussed before.
How do you feel as a counselor is the best way to deal with it?
So there's many reasons why people contemplate self-harm or suicide. It can be something that is biochemical, that is a depression that's caused by a biochemical need. There's some that it's caused by depression that is social-emotional. And being able to talk to an adult who is a counselor, as well as sometimes seeing a pediatrician, are extremely important so that the right type of treatment and the right type of support.
Every leading major cause of death has been addressed and improved, reduced mortality, when you've invested in the science and the research and the prevention. We need to see an investment commensurate with the size of this problem. In particular, more investment in suicide prevention research through the National Institute of Mental Health. It's underfunded. It's about $40 million a year. We think an initial step up should be at least to $150 million a year. We need to know more about why suicide happens and how to prevent it through research.
In your experience, what are the warning signs of someone who is having suicidal thoughts or in deep depression?
Well, the risk factor of suicide is depression itself. And then you have to ask the question, what causes depression? What causes depression is basically worrying about having some kind of a loss in your family or relationship or something else. Money could be just about anything. But a lot of people think that depression is the cause for suicide, and that's not true. It's a risk factor, which is a big difference. What causes it is a feeling of helplessness, that a person can't go forward, that can't do anything, and they can do nothing to get rid of the pain that they're experiencing, except walk out that one door and then come back.
So for someone facing suicidal thoughts, what can they do to get help?
Go to a therapist who works with that.
Now that my partner and I have explained what suicide is and our viewers fully grasp the context of this subject, we can proceed to explain you the best ways we think we can help prevent suicide. The first step we should take to preventing suicide is to learn about the warning signs. If you can identify these warning signs by seeing if somebody's behavior is off or following to these signs, it would be best to start a conversation with them and just see how they're feeling. Another strategy to prevent suicide would be just to have an open talk with the person. That might help them know that there's someone out there looking for them and that they have someone that they can confide in. And the last step we can use is just to spread a message of hope. If an important person like mayor or a governor or somebody like that would give a speech about suicide, just to let other people know that everyone's there for them and they have many people to confide in and trust.